My grandma is the kindest person I know, and I wanted to share a few stories she told me. We're from England. She used to be a nurse, so of course she's seen quite a few dead bodies. She once mentioned how awful some of the victims of gang violence were in London. Car crashes, though, she said they were sometimes even worse. She was a very tough woman. There was always one strange thing about her house. She said her dog refused to go upstairs because of one particular room. That room always felt cold. We found out why from a neighbor who casually mentioned that a woman had died in that very room years ago. My grandma always had weird things happening around her. One night, my grandma was working late at the hospital with a few doctors. She was alone in one of the wings when she heard the sound of a cane tapping slowly down the hallway. She didn't think much of it at first. There had been an elderly woman staying there for a long time who always banged her cane when she walked. But then she remembered something. That woman had passed away earlier that week. Still, the sound continued. Tap, tap, tap. She turned the hallway lights on. Nothing. No one was there. At first, she told herself it must have been the pipes, or maybe the old building settling. But the same sound came back the next few nights. Always at the same time. Always the same steady tapping. Eventually, she came to believe that the woman's spirit was still walking the halls of the hospital. But here's the story that I could never get over. The day my mom was born, my Nana brought her to the hospital to show her coworkers the baby. When she arrived, one of the doctors waved her over and offered us parking spot right next to the entrance. She was grateful. It saved her a walk with a newborn in her arms. She parked and went inside. Just moments later, she heard a loud, sickening thud from outside, followed by screaming. She ran out, and what she saw chilled her. A man had fallen from one of the hospital's upper floor windows. He landed directly on the car, parked where she usually would have parked. It was the car of the doctor who gave her his spot. If she had parked in her usual place, in her tiny Mini Cooper, the damage would have been horrific, fatal. If my mom had been in the back seat, she likely wouldn't have survived. Later, she asked what had happened. The man who jumped hadn't shown any signs of distress. He had coffee that morning, chatted with nurses, and seemed completely normal. Then, without warning, he ran toward a window, shattered the glass. My Nana still talks about how lucky she was that day.